Good morning, students. Today we will start with fifth lesson, which is about the morphology of flowering plants. Morphology means study of external characters of plants. If you study the angiospermic plant, regarding its parts, if you see the underground part of the flowering plant is root system. Here below the ground surface, this part is comprised of root system, and the portion above the ground surface, this is called as shoot system. This shoot system includes stem, leaves, flowers, fruits, etc. And below the ground, it includes root system. So these are the typical parts of flowering plant: root system, which is below the ground, and above the ground, that is shoot system, which has stem, leaf, flower, fruit, etc. So we are going to study all these parts in detail. First of all, we start with the root. There are various types of roots. The first type is called as taproot. This root originates from the radicle. Fibrous root. It originates from the base of the stem. In this, the primary root, which originates from the radicle, is short-lived, and hence after that primary root dies, the new roots originate from the base of the stem, and these roots are called as fibrous roots. And the third type, where the roots originate from part of the plant other than radicle. First is the taproot, which develops from the radicle. The primary root develops, and this primary root, the one which is long growing, this is the primary root which grows from the radicle. It has these lateral branches. These are secondary and tertiary branches, and the total root system is called as taproot system. Generally, the taproot system is found in dicot plants. Fibrous root system, it is seen in monocot plants. Here, as the appearance of these roots is like a fiber, there is no such long root or the primary root, and all the roots are thin fiber-like. Hence, this root system is called as fibrous root system. In this, the roots originate from base of the stem. And the third type, that is adventitious roots. In this, the roots do not originate from the radicle, but they originate from part of the plant other than the radicle. So here, from the stem or the nodal part, the roots are coming out. So these are adventitious roots. The main functions of the root system are absorption of water and minerals, providing anchorage to the plant, storing reserve food material, and synthesis of plant growth regulators. Now we will see what are the regions of a root. A root cap, this portion, it is a thimble-like structure covering the root apex and protects the root apex. So this portion, that is the tip of the root, which is very delicate part, it is covered by a cap-like structure, and that is why it is called as a root cap. Then comes The next region, that is this small portion just above the root cap, this portion is region of meristematic activity. Here, the cells of these region are small, thin-walled and have dense cytoplasm. They are meristematic in nature. That means they repeatedly undergo cell division. So they produce more and more cells by cell division. The third part here, after the region of meristematic activity, this portion, this is region of elongation. In this portion, the cells undergo rapid elongation and enlargement, and thus this causes the growth of the root. The next region is region of maturation. Cells of the elongation region gradually differentiate and mature, forming this zone of maturation. Root hairs are formed in this region. You can see here, these are the root hairs, and this is the portion of region of maturation. This is below that is the region of elongation. The cells which have already elongated and enlarged, they undergo maturation and differentiation, and hence this zone is region of maturation. So 4 different zones of the root cap, region of meristematic activity, region of elongation and region of maturation. Next point is modifications of root. Though the primary function of root is the absorption of water and minerals, anchorage, there are some other functions for which the roots get modified, and hence these are modified roots. The first function is storage of food. In this, the tap roots like carrot, turnip and adventitious roots of sweet potato get swollen and store food material. Even radish, beetroot, these are also the examples of taproot which store the food material. Adventitious roots of sweet potato and even the asparagus, which are fasciculated tuberous roots, they are also the example for modification of root for storage of food. The next modification of roots is for support. Apart from the roots which anchor the plant in the soil, there are other roots. For example, in case of banyan tree, prop roots develop from the branches which grow vertically downwards. So, the long branches of the tree, they develop these prop roots. Now, as these roots are growing not from the radicle but from the branches, some part of the tree or plant, these are the adventitious roots. So, these roots grow vertically downward and provide support to the plant. These are called as prop roots. The another example is of stilt roots which are seen in maize, sugarcane. These roots develop from the lowermost node of the stem. Here you can see the soil surface. Above the soil surface, this is the node from which the leaves come out. And from this node, these supporting roots, which are called as stilt roots, they are growing obliquely downwards and provide support to the plant. So these are extra roots which provide support to the plant. The next example is Rhizophora, which grows in the swampy regions, that is in marshlands where the soil is waterlogged. In such condition, these plants, Rhizophora, they grow. Now, as the soil is waterlogged, the roots do not get air to breathe, and hence the plant has modified roots in that the roots come above the soil surface. You can see this here. Vertically upward, the roots come above the soil surface. This is the normal root which is underground, and this pneumatophore, these roots are typically called as pneumatophores. They have small openings, breathing pores, which are called as lenticels. So these openings are there. Through these openings, the air enters inside, and the roots which are under the soil in the waterlogged soil region, they get oxygen for respiration. So these are called as breathing roots, or the special name given to these, pneumatophore. So these are the special roots which are for respiration. In next slide, in next video, we will see the stem and its modification. Thank you.